What up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Wake Up with Wops. Today was a good Monday. AMD, if you guys followed that trade, amazing. It was up like 30+% in pre-market due to the news that they have a deal now with OpenAI, giving like 10% stake to the chip maker. So let's look over the chart. AMD opened today around 226. We sold around 223 as we saw that there was a pullback. Probably shareholders just taking profits. And it also, if you zoom out, it rejected at the previous all-time high, literally right at that level. So right now we just have it on watch as maybe a consolidation, and then we could finally break out of this level. We could re-enter into the trade, or maybe it pulls back deeper, find support, and then we could enter into that. But this was one of my best trades. We actually first entered into it when it remounted the 9 EMA here, where it says entry. Pulled back off some news of Nvidia and Intel. We almost got stopped out, but we loosened our stop loss, and that ended up becoming a very, very good play because we risked 1 more percent and ended up getting a 40% return on this trade due to the news, obviously. But if it wasn't news, we were still looking good setup wise as it was above these 3 moving averages. We also took profits in Snow. We entered in this because there's an earnings gap up. It's pulled back to the 9 EMA, and we saw a hammer candle forming around this area you can see here. Entered into that, and then we took profits at the top of the range today. But we did take 1 L, and that was Amazon. Amazon was not looking pretty. It was when we first entered because it was above the 9-day moving average, but then since then kind of rejected that. It looks like there was a bear flag forming on the daily. You got the flag pull here and then the flag pattern. We cut it before getting stopped out, but then it looks like the rest of the day buyers came in because you could look at that wick. Crazy candle there. I would wait for a remount again around the 9-day average, around 221. A close above that level, and then we could always re-enter for a second try, targeting the top of the range. Now let's go over our new entry. We're trying it again with Apple. We're 2 for 2. We entered here, exited it off the pullback to the 9 EMA, entered again when it remounted the 9 EMA, and then exited. Now it looks like there's a flag forming. I'm kind of anticipating it breaks out of that, and then it's going to be all-time highs. If you zoom out, it breaks that, it's going to break all-time highs, and then it's going to have room to run, maybe targeting like 270 area. I really like that. Going over other potential entries. SoFi Technologies, we talked about the pullback to the 50 SMA, this yellow line. Posted it on X. Go follow me, Wake Up with Wops. You could enter right now, tomorrow, when the market opens, or you could wait for a remount around 26, 27 for confirmation, and then you could sell at the top of the range. ELF also looking good, remounting the 9 EMA and the 20-day moving average today. Could enter targeting the top of this range. A nice retail play, deals with the makeup. AMSC breaking out today, kind of red day because it came back down to the 9 EMA. But no worries, as long as it closed above this trend line, which it did, and you have the 9 EMA curling up, I like this as a potential entry. Pan W, we talked about this. Look at this range, very choppy range for a while. It finally broke out. You could enter, just have a loose stop because it's a very volatile stock. Oracle, we've had this on watch since that earnings news play. Just pulled back to the 9 EMA. It recovered, but then it's pulled back more. Now also remounted the 9 EMA today. As long as it shows support above 290, I think it's a good entry for a target price of the top of this range. Or if you want to break that because you're bullish on Oracle, you could continue holding that. And lastly, AVGO. We've talked about it before. Finally breaking out of this on top of the 9 EMA. Kind of the same thing with Oracle. It needs to hold this level, this moving average. And then if it holds that, it can continue going higher and target the top of this range around 375, 370. And that's it. AMD, amazing trade. Amazon, not so good of a trade. And then Snow, we took profits on Snow. Perfect. All documented on YouTube and X. Go follow me. Go look at the record. New trade, Apple. Peace.